know who's going to win before the fight even starts. And I'm just very happy with tonight's event. I hope Gary was, and I'm just happy the fighters are happy. They got paid. We had we had a swing bout where the young fighter Albert Bell wasn't able to fight, and I'm sure we'll take care of that as well. Gary, do you have any questions or anything?
I'm good.
Well, you have to talk, Gary. You have to talk.
I'm going to talk, Mike, I promise. So yeah, I thought it was a great night. We saw two tremendous fights that rank up there with Fight of the Year. I think this was one of the best cards, if not that ESPN Friday Night Fights has had. And that's really the mantra. You know, we do want to put our guys in tough. We really want to bring back, you know, bouts that are in question. You know, Claudio Moreira's a young 14-0 fighter. We weren't going to wait till he's 20-0 and keep fighting him against guys that aren't worthy. We really want to put our guys in tough. That was a war. Unfortunately, we came out on the wrong side. His opponent was real aggressive, took it to him all night long, and he might not have been prepared, but he's going to learn from it. Claudio's a phenomenally talented fighter. I think you saw that in the ring. And he's just going to have to get used to when someone attacks him and comes as aggressively as that fighter did. The Mendez fight with Usmani was a phenomenal fight. And I don't know if we agree with the decision, but they are what they are. That was a classic case of one fighter throwing a volume of punches versus another fighter who was really picking them apart with power shots. So it depended on how the judges viewed it, but all in all, there were two great fights, and we got to be pleased with it.
If you'd like to ask a question, let's raise our hands. I'll call on you. Dave Ybarra, go ahead.
Mike, how does it feel for you? I know there's a lot of history and a lot of love in this upstate New York area for you. How does it feel to kick off Iron Mike in this area that means so much to you?
Hey, to be honest with you, I fought in the same town before, the amateur, and man, it's really nostalgic being up here. It's coming up 90 and 80 and coming up these highways. It's like yesterday. I can remember being 14 years old, driving in an old beat-up station wagon, driving up here. Man, it brought me back when I was a child. I went back to my childhood, my teenage years when I was here. And I knew upstate New York, it has such a pervasive history of fighting. You know, all the way from the bare knuckle era. And matter of fact, John L. Sullivan won, I think it was maybe Joe Gross, who was the Troy Terror. He won the heavyweight championship for him, and he was from Troy, New York. So a lot of these guys connected to Detroit, all these guys like in the 1690, 1700, 1804, 05, all these guys were popular fighters up in the upstate New York area. I was explaining that earlier when we went to the Boxing Hall of Fame in Canastota. It was a young man by the name, he's an English guy, but his name was Jim Bleacher. And he was a gang member. They were all in gangs back then. Everybody had their gang. And instead of a gang of guys fighting, everyone gets hurt, they put the two best men in the ring. They said, whoever wins is the boss of the whole city. Our gang run the city. And Jim Bleacher, ironically, was the first man that came to his corner and put his red sash. And then the other opponent went to his corner and put his blue sash. And what it represented was Democrat and Republican. And that's how the two corners came into existence.
The question?
You might want to ask.
You know, that's upstate New York, I want to say. Okay.
I want to ask the money that these guys are making. Higher rates of boxing, obviously, you guys have paid a lot down here, not so much. Do you have a goal in get these guys making money?
No. That's not my concern. My concern is to get them good fights and exciting fights, and the fans become excited about their performances. And by them having good fights, they will get bigger paydays. You know, I can't get nobody a big payday if he's not deserving of a big payday. You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. Hello.
Question I have for you is, you're on promotional end of this. Walk into the ring. Did you bring back any memories, or did you get any tears like you first fight going to promotional aspect?
No, I feel like a child in there. I feel like a child. I gotta get used to it. I feel just, maybe it is affinity of my past, but I just felt really like giggly. I gotta get into it where I gotta be a strong guy and hey, I control this. I'm not there yet where I control the ring. I'm happy to be here. right now. But eventually, I guess I'll get accustomed to it. I haven't been in a ring in a long time. Forget promotion, but it was just overwhelming. I'm just very grateful that it went well, and me and my partner had a great beginning in our partnership. And hopefully we have bigger and better things to come with more fighters. We've been looking for great fighters and everything, and I'm just very grateful that Mr. Jonas decided to allow me to be his partner, and I hope great things continue to go, and I hope whatever I continue to bring to this company is successful. If I can't be successful, I don't want to be involved with this stuff. You know, I just want to have good fights. I'm not trying to become a millionaire. I'm not going to be wealthy again. I'm just too deep in a hole with all my bull crap that I did in my past. But still, I can give to boxing what boxing gave to me. You know, happy fighters, guys making money that come from horrible neighborhoods, horrible locations, and we can take care of our families. That's what it all comes down to. You know, at the end of the day, we're going home with our families and we're going to separate banks, and that's just what it is.
This more on the lines of what you want to do now. You look at it, you always have much more passion for boxing more than any other fighter I've seen, probably since I've been watching boxing. History, the story, the other sport. You think now you can say this is where you want to be?
I really believe that's true. I'm implicitly attracted to what I'm doing now. I'm very happy with what I'm doing now, and man, I feel like a homosexual in jail, man. I just feel happy. I just feel so good, man. I just feel so good, and I'm very grateful. And the main event was a magnificent fight. The gentleman from Afghanistan, he represented his country well, and everybody in that country should be very proud that they saw their man fighting tonight from Afghanistan and take away all that negative stigma from their country. This man fought gallantly, he fought bravely, and he fought elegantly and classy. And that's all I can say. Both of them were great warriors, and they put out their best, regardless of the outcome. What they did for boxing overcame their personal feelings. You know, it's bigger than what they believe. It's bigger than them. Their performance tonight. We don't like the decision. He didn't like the champion, didn't like the decision, and maybe the challenger didn't like the decision, but the decision was great for boxing, and that's bigger than all of us. Thank you.
Yeah, Mike, I'm wondering now that you are promoting, do you have any thoughts about what could happen to make the heavyweight division come back to where it was when some of us were young?
I don't know. This is what it's all about, guys. And I don't know, we live in a very politically correct era. Like if I was to say this, for instance, the reason why we don't have good heavyweights because they don't want to hurt each other. In order to be a sensational fighter, an exciting fighter, you have to have bad intentions. Your objective is for his surrender or his total destruction. And I don't want to sound like a brute or an animal, but this is what makes fighting. I'm sure you don't want to watch a fighting match and guys are kissing each other and holding each other. You want to see them hurt each other. This is what we're in. We're in the hurt business, and this is what we do, and this is what we get paid to do. And I'm trying to arrange for my fighters to do it better than anybody in the world.
Mike, you mentioned, that being in the hurt business, even though Vitaly Klitschko has, I think, the highest knockout percentage of the heavyweights. Is there a difference in his knockouts to what your knockouts were like when you were fighting?
I don't have no idea. You tell me.
They're kind of methodical, and he just slowly grubs the guy down as opposed to explosive one-punch knockouts that the fans seem to be more interested in.
That's great, but listen, to be honest with you, if Customato was to be with me in the room by ourselves, it's me and Cus by ourselves. It's me and Customato by ourselves. We don't have no cameras or nothing. You know what Customato say to me? Know what Mr. D'Amato would say to me? All those quick knockouts, all those quick, fast, explosive things. He said, Mike, that ain't fighting. That's entertainment. That ain't fighting. What Ali and Frazier does, that's fighting. That's fighting. That's the name of the game right there. This ain't the name of the game, Mike. That's knocking people out. You know, that's entertainment. That's making people happy. Fighting out here with your life on the line, and you don't want to fight no more, but you keep fighting. You keep fighting. You don't even think you can win, but you just keep fighting. That's fighting. What I do is not fighting. I take the credit of it being great, but it ain't fighting. It ain't what Ali and Frazier doing. It ain't fighting.
Get two more questions. questions in here, right?
Mike, we have a bunch of New York-based fighters here. Are you looking at keeping upstate New York, keeping in the Catskills?
Hey, I would love to do that. It's very exciting up here. They're big fight fans up here. I like to take it where people want it. You know, I'm gonna take it to Europe, I'm gonna take it to Asia, I'm gonna take it to Australia, I'm gonna take it to Macau, I'm gonna take it wherever it's wanted. And this is the place that, hey, Dubai want me to bring some fighters out there as well. And I've been very, I've been very fortunate that once I started this organization, I've been getting not much from the American fight promoter, but just internationally. Japan, all the fight promoters all over the world, Australia, they want to involve me with fighting against their fighters. The IMP fighters against Australia fighters. We have so many people calling us, and I'm just very grateful to be involved with this, and I'm very grateful to do anything to make this a more successful business.
Give one more question with Mike, please.
And one more, I'd like to thank my staff here, everybody that worked with us, my brother-in-law, Azim, David, you know, this has just been, Henry, please forgive me, I'm sorry, all the guys that are with us, and this is Herman, this has just been some good stuff, guys, all right? Regardless of how it was, we had a rough start, we all conducted ourselves with dignity, and we handled ourselves like professionals, and I would love for it to continue to be this way, and this is all what it's about, love and forgiveness and having respect, and I'm just really happy that this happened. And Gary, do you want to say anything?
I think you said it all there, right?
I don't think so. Say some more stuff, Gary.
We're gonna have Greg Cohen speaking.
Man, don't start this goddamn reading shit. All right, sorry. Both main event fighters have to take a urine test before they come here. Well, why did you tell me that? Take the urine test.
I did.
Okay. No.
Those fighters are going to join us in a few minutes. The Oneida Nation and Turning Stone would really like to thank Iron Mike Productions, and Mike especially, for everything he's done these last few days. He met a ton of fans. He did so many great things while he was here, and everyone just really thanks you and the whole team for everything that you did in these few days. It was just a great experience. A round of applause, please.
Thank you very much. It's truly a pleasure. I just wanted to turn Stone CEOs, the workers, and anyone associated with this organization to know that we was at service, and we were willing to get down on our knees and work and be at service to your guys, and not to think that we're big shots and we're going to come here and show you how this stuff is done. We want your guys to know that we were at service, we're at your beck and calls, we're no big shots, but this is what we love to do.
Well, I think that showed in everything that everyone did in these several days, because the place buzzed, the whole community buzzed, and it was just incredible having you here. On behalf of everyone, the Oneida Indian Nation and Turning Stone really appreciated everything that you all did for these few days, and then a great event tonight. So again,
thank you very kindly. I truly appreciate it. Me and Mr. Tyson.
You know, a lot of you guys are asking Mike about his experience being a promoter. Myself being his partner, obviously I wasn't sure what to expect when we brought Mike on. I'll tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised. I want to thank Mike on behalf of everybody in the company. And I think Mike's going to be a breath of fresh air in the world of boxing. I wasn't sure if he was going to be this into it, this excited by it. His passion for it has been phenomenal. I think you guys saw it from the press conference all week long to everything he's done and put the energy in. And it's just a lot of fun to work with Mike and to see Mike as excited about boxing as he's been. And I think you're going to see a lot of really interesting things from Iron Mike Productions in the future. Just wanted to thank Mike.
No, I'd like to thank you as well. I never thought I'd be in boxing again. If you didn't ask me to be in boxing, I would be too bitter to do with anybody that I knew personally that was involved with boxing before. I'm so happy that I didn't have a bitter taste in my mouth and I accepted your offer.
Well, you've been great.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Mike, one last question. A lot of us got to see it, but we didn't get to hear it. Can you just tell us about your brief meeting with Teddy, how long it's been, and what did you two say to each other?
No, I went to my, I knew that it was a possibility that I would be here with Teddy, and I didn't have a good thought of mind about that at first, because I'm negative and I'm dark. and I want to do bad stuff. I want to hang out in this neighborhood alone. That's dangerous to hang out in this neighborhood alone right here, right? He wants to kill everything. He wants to kill me too. So I went to my AA meeting. I had to make a discussion and check out what we're going to do. So I explained to my fellow alcoholics and junkies that I was going to deal with this certain situation here, and I explained the feeling that I evoked from it. Almost like something like a Hatfield and McCoy. I kind of explained to them, and I made the right decision. I made Cuz proud of me. I made myself proud of me. I hate myself. I'm trying to kill myself. I hate myself a lot, but I made myself proud of myself, and I don't do that much. And I was happy I did that. And maybe it was overwhelming to Teddy, and he didn't get it yet, but he has to know this is sincere. I don't want to fight you no more. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I was wrong. And I just wanted to make my amends. If he accepted it or not, at least I could die and go to my grave and say I made my amends with everybody that I'd hurt. And it's all about love and forgiveness. And in order for those guys to forgive me, other guys, I want people to forget the things I did. I'm a bad guy sometimes, and I did a lot of bad things. I want to be forgiven, and so in order for me to be forgiven, I hope they can forgive me. I want to change my life. I want to live a different life now. I want to live my sober life. I don't want to die. I'm on the verge of dying because I'm a vicious alcoholic, and God, this is some interesting stuff. I haven't took drugs in 6 days. And for me, that's a miracle. I've been lying because everybody else would think I'm sober, but I'm not. This is my 6th day. I'm never going to use again.
Again, everyone thanks Mike and IMP for just a great kickoff to their new promotion, a great night of boxing, and a great week here. Mike's got to head out and get down the road. We want to give him a few minutes so that he can get with his folks and head downstairs. I believe the boxers are going to be coming in a few minutes. I know you'd love to continue to talk, but we want to make sure you make your schedule.
Thank you very kind.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It's a wonderful evening. Thank you for allowing that to happen. Thank you very much, Gary.